Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lee and I like to talk about anime, manga, Korean drama, fashion, and a lot of book videos recently. This video is very overdue and life is just so chaotic. I am literally filming this when I have just like a brief second that I can. But I'm very late posting my birthday book haul. I just celebrated my 28th birthday and I gave myself a $100 budget at Barnes & Noble to buy all the books that I wanted. I went in with a kind of list. I didn't go in blind. I made a list of the top 15 books that I wanted to read, and I got all of the ones that they did have that fit within that budget. Two of these books are from a friend of mine, so I will mention that. And two of them I just bought recently, and until I finish this whole stack of physical books, I am on a book buying hiatus, which is why I allowed for two books to slip through as a sort of extra pass. The first book out of the two that I let pass is Wildfire. This is the second book to Icebreaker, and it was coming out on October 3rd. I knew it was coming out October 3rd. I knew that I wanted it, so I knew this was gonna be added to the birthday list when it eventually came out. The second book, because when I bought this in person, it was buy one get one 50% off, and they had just released the second of the Elise Silver's Chestnut Springs series. We will get to this in a minute because I got the first one in the birthday book pile. A little sneak peek there. But these are the two that passed the birthday date timeline. But all of these now are that I got on my birthday. Only sort of fall Halloween book that I got was the X-Hex. Now, October is a pretty busy month for me. I only have a goal of 4 books to read, and this is one of them. If I can get through all of my Halloween related books, I may go back and buy one more Halloween related book. I'm probably not going to go out on Halloween this year, so buying myself like a Halloween themed book to read on that day may be my little treat for myself. We will have to see. One of the books I'm currently reading is Magic Steeped in Poison, and I ended up getting both the first and second book. Before I talk about these books, I just need to talk about the covers. Like, these are so gorgeous. I don't think I've had book covers this gorgeous in a really long time. These books are YA. They are so good. I am so far about halfway on A Magic Steeped in Poison, and I'm really obsessed with this book. I wish I had more time to read it. I only let myself read for about an hour before bed, and I wish that I had more time to read it because I know I would have finished this in one sitting. It's got magic, it's got tea brewing from the traditional Chinese ways, it's got an assassin, a banished prince, court lifestyle, a secret mystery behind the royal family. It's so good so far. I'm really loving it, and I'm so glad I got the second book because I know I'm gonna want to read it once I finish. The other book I'm currently reading was a gift, one of the 2 books that I got as a gift from a friend of mine, and it is Caravel. So this was already on my list. She knew it was on my list. She said, don't go buy it for your birthday. And it came. And so when I went on my book list, I bought the full Caravel series. We both want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, but we knew that we had to read the Caravel series first. So she already read the whole series and she was like, you're gonna love this. I know the second you start reading it, you are gonna want the whole series. And so I went and got the whole series. She got me the first one, and this is the book that I bring with me when I go to school and I go to work. So I'm not as far in it as I would like to think. I think I'm almost halfway in Caravel as well. And I like it. I'm not obsessed with it yet. It is very circus inspired. It is a YA book as well. It's set inside this kind of a game. So everyone who comes to Caravel is given a special ticket. You can't come if you don't have a ticket. And if you have a ticket, you can choose to either play for a chance to win Legends special prize. I think it's a wish, or you can just observe. So this follows Scarlett in her search for her sister, who is also in the game, Donatella. And it follows her with this young man named Julian. Now, I'm not going to talk about it too much because I feel like I'm still trying to figure out kind of the plot of it. I went in kind of blind on this one. I don't normally go in blind on a lot of books, but I decided to just go in fully blind. This is the other book that my friend got me, and I don't really know much about it, other than that they are two best friends and it's a friends to lovers romance. Yeah, I'm excited to read it. She has not read it either, but she saw it and thought that I might like it, so yeah, I'll give it a try. I'm up for anything. So it's an interesting size. It's a much bigger book, like tall height wise, than I'm used to, so this will probably be a stay-at-home book rather than a travel out in the world with me book. Like I hinted at, I got the first book in Elise Silver's Chestnut Springs series. I was hooked on cowboy books after I finished Done and Dusted. I knew I wanted to read the Chestnut Springs series. I know the second I start reading these, I'm going to want every single one, which is why I have not started it. I'm really glad I have the second one now because I can go from this one to the second one, and I think the third one with the new covers comes out in the beginning of November. So those are slowly rolling out. I kind of want to collect all of these before I actually start reading them and go straight through the way I did with the Twisted series by Anna Huang. So I am considering that. I'll have to see if my impatience lets me do that because I really want to read these. This is another book that I kept seeing all over TikTok, which is called Practice Makes Perfect. He's a grumpy, tattooed bodyguard? Yeah. Maybe? Yeah, bodyguard. She's like cute, innocent, flowery, and he volunteers to help her practice, if you know what I mean. I think the cover on this looks super cute. I saw a lot of people talking about this, and so on my collection of buy one get one 50% offs, I needed one more book. And so I thought, why not? I'll give this one a chance. I do have two honorable mentions that did not get picked up. I wanted to buy Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, and they had one copy of it, and it literally looked like it had been sliced down the seam. I was so upset. They would not let me buy it. It was so damaged. I was really sad. I wanted that. The other book I really wanted to get was the first book in Anna Huang's new series, her 7-book series. I believe the first one's King of Wrath. So I wanted to get that. They didn't have it. The second book had just come out and they had an insane number of the second book, but none of the first, which I was kind of bummed about. They also said they had 20 of them in stock, but they could not find them. So I am waiting until I get through my pile, but those two will be the first 2 books that I buy after my reading book buying ban, I would say. I'm also probably going to get the Once Upon a Broken Heart after I finish all of these books because I will have finished all of Caravel and I really want to read that. That's been on my list for my TBR list since I first started being on like Book Talk. So I'm lucky. I'm very happy I didn't buy it before I saw that you have to read Caravel first. All of the videos I saw about Once Upon a Broken Heart made it seem like it was like a standalone on its own, not connected. Technically they're separate, like they're separate series, but similarly to all of these other types of books, they're interconnected in the same world. So if you don't read Caravel, You're not introduced to the characters in the Once Upon a Broken Heart, and you don't really know the world. So it's, I think, really important to read this one from what I understand. So those are my next 3 I want to get. I'm sure I'll have a million more by then, and I'm sure because I'm reading at a much slower pace right now with work and school, I have a feeling by then we'll be in the holiday spirit kind of feeling for reading. I'm not a huge like holiday book lover. I feel like they can be cheesy really fast. So I'm on the hunt and in the mood for some more like winter feeling, cozy, curled up with a book books. One of the books I know that's on that list is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia for Fae. Everyone says that's a really good book to read when it's cold and snowy and you just want to curl up inside. So that I think will be my 4 that I buy, but we will see if I have a million more. Thank you so much for watching. If there are any books that you think I should add to my TBR, please let me know. It is always growing, and I'll see you in my next one.